This video is going to be from when I used to haul fuel. I'm at the racks in Knoxville, and this is where you get all the fuel that goes into the truck that I take to the gas stations and drop into the gas stations. I'm programming each tank and arm to put the amount of fuel I want in each tank. Now, this is either diesel, 87 octane, no ethanol fuel, whatever it may be. This is what I'm programming in to push into the tanks on the trailer itself. The next part is going to be showing the arms hooked onto the tanker being filled. Now, those are the arms that are being filled, and currently I have those connected to tank 1, tank 3, and tank 5. Those big arms are pushing in about 100 gallons a minute into the tanks. So, as you can see, I got the other two that are empty that I'm going to move those arms over to when they're filled. Now, this next little thing you're going to see is the Scully. And I'll talk about that in a later part of the video. And now we're going to go to the outside of the truck. Okay. So I'm at a store in Tennessee, and these are the ground drops. We got yellow, we got red. I'll go back here. The yellow is for diesel. Here. The red is for premium, and it's even got a little P there for premium. The little orange cap next to it is for the vapor. Now, all these vapors are tied in together, so you only need one vapor hose if you're filling up all of them, really. The next one is white with a little 0 on it. That means there's no ethanol in this. This is regular gasoline with no ethanol. So it's 87, no ethanol. Again, another vapor hose. This one here, which is what I'm filling up now, is all regular with ethanol. It's still filling. And then there's my vapor hose connected to that. So this is connected down there. That's a bucket full of gasoline I got from draining my empty tanks. From the back of the trailer, this is a vapor hose. This is for when I'm filling it up at the racks. This hooks on to what they have, and all the gasoline, when it's pushed into the tank, all the air has to go somewhere because, liquid takes place of air and it's going to blow out. And in this case, it's all vapor, so it blows out of that. It goes into their system, and then they either burn it off or they will recondense it back into gasoline. It's my hose rack, all my different hoses. This one, these are all the different connectors I have. I have 2 sets of regular connectors like what you see out here, so I can drop 2 products at one time. These are different caps that I put on the hoses if I'm dropping diesel, so to speak, because that doesn't really drain out very well. It doesn't evaporate very well. And other connectors in case I need to extend hoses and anything else. This one in the back that you see that has 2 on it, right here and right here, that's called a coaxial drop. That is a drop that would fit onto there that does not have vapor. And then the vapor hose would actually connect to the very top one, and the gas would connect to the bottom one. And as it drops down, the vapor comes up the top and out, then back into the truck. And when you're looking at the truck down here, these are what's called Scully, or grounding. This is a grounding area that that at the racks, there's a plug that fits onto those, and that talks from the trailer to the computer, so it lets the computer know what trailer is connected to it. When I tell the system where I want the gasoline and which compartment, it knows how big the compartments are, so it won't let me overfill them. My gas is getting ready to get done. You can see it's there, so I'm about to switch tanks. So I'm gonna pause you for a second and switch tanks. Now I've switched tanks. So I was on number 5. Now I'm on number 4. But what you see here are all the different tanks. Over here is a vapor, over here is a vapor hose, which this hose connects to, but I also got one over here, so I'm just using that one because I got a long hose. So I got 2 of them. I got a vapor there and a vapor there. The ones you see in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let you know how many tanks are on the actual truck itself. If there was only 4 of these, then there would only be 4 tanks in the truck. If there's only 3, there'd only be 3, 2, and so on. The first tank holds 3,100 gallons. This tank holds 1,200 gallons. This tank holds 1,100 gallons. This tank holds 1,000 gallons. And this tank holds 2,800 gallons. You never fill them all the way up to the top. You always leave 100 gallons out. So this would be 3,000, 1,100, 1,000, 1,000. This one stays at 1,000. And this would be 2,700. Because you don't want to overfill them because there's a little probe in the top that will go off and shut the whole system down, which is not good. If I had a second drop here or multiple products, I would have another hose coming out of one of these going into the ground over here, and I could drop multiple products at a time. But this is a whole truck full of regular 87 octane gasoline, so it's 8,800 gallons. So I got to drop it all into one hole, which takes forever. So, and I've also got little things on here that I can spin. I don't carry kerosene. I do carry diesel. That's diesel. I don't carry red dye diesel, but they do have that. That's for off-road use only. That's still diesel. That's regular unleaded. I'm trying to hold the camera still, sorry. That's unleaded plus. Super unleaded. That'd be like 89 octane. And then it would be on empty. Over here is another Scully connector. So, depending on where they have it on the rack. And then, of course, here's my belly valves. I got one for each. They're all air actuated. I did 3. Then I got a master one here. And this closes the, as you see the little tanks here, as they go up into the bottom of the trailer, there's a valve way up in there that these actuate. And then, of course, I have a valve here, which is this arm here. When I pull it open, it pulls the valve off. Let me, is that done running? Hang on one second. And what you see here, this is a dust cap. I drain gasoline out of the truck by connecting to this. When I go to the rack to fill up, I actually take this one off and I use that. There's another valve there, so when I pull that handle there, this valve gets pushed in. I'm not going to push it in now because there's still a little bit of gasoline in here. And then it drains out. But when I'm at the rack, I got the machine that, or an arm that connects onto this they have, and it automatically pushes this open, and that's how they force all the gasoline into the truck. And it takes about every 10 seconds is 100 gallons of gas. So you can kind of put that back on and handed. And that's kind of how all that works.